thou bootless, hell-hated footlicker.
That's literally the first thing people fucking hear when we get the episode started. Thanks, Ratosaurus.
You could think
I'm not
James
even
for that
gonna
one.
bother explaining what he was saying, guys. Just fucking ignore it. Welcome to Season 3, Episode 13 of Battletech, A Time of Total Warfare. This is the third arc of Flank Pawn Trade. We're back once again with Grimdark James here to school us in, you know, how fucking scary the clans can be when they charge downhill with full firepower alpha strikes. It's really uncomfortable for me to be on this side of the table, especially since I have all of the weakest gear and, like, all of my stuff is dead now. I feel really bad. I mean, obviously I'm going to keep doing this to the players, but now that I know how it feels, I'm going to be way more precise about it.
And enjoy it more.
You know, I feel like I already enjoyed it a lot. I don't know that I could enjoy it any more than maximum. Alright, so here's the key, guys. You might remember last week I spent a whole bunch of time equivocating on whether or not to go on a cruise. That cruise has passed. A new cruise has opened up for the 11th to 18th to Canada. And this time the discounts are so deep, I'm considering getting a room type I've never even thought of before. It is called a mini suite. It's like 350 square feet of just me. That's a lot of square feet for a cruise, and it's got a balcony. Here's the only modifier. If by the end of tonight's session, I determine that we can wrap up this battle by next session, and thus, if I go on the cruise, we don't have to keep James here for 2 more weeks, right? Because next week we'd have James, then I'd be on a cruise, and then James would have to come back. That's a big problem, right? I don't want to keep James locked into this suicide contract for like 4 weeks here. He's got a life. He's got things to do. If we can get close enough to the end of battle this week, tomorrow morning, I'm gonna get that room. Fuck all y'all. I'll be gone for 7 days. No news, no internet. I mean, I'll probably get the internet package just to play smartphone games the whole time. I'm bringing my Switch. I'm bringing my DS. I'm gonna catch up on all the games I haven't had time to play. And I'm gonna sleep. I'm gonna fucking... It's gonna be like a mummy up in here. I'm gonna fall onto a bed. I'm gonna wake up 18 hours later and be like, oh boy! I thought I'd have a mummy joke ready to go, but I didn't. I should have gone with vampire. I could have done a good vampire joke. You know, speaking of vampires, let's talk to Cottontailed.
Hi,
Hello.
I'm Cotton.
Correct.
I draw and things.
I've heard that.
And you could probably go ahead and get your cruise, because that's about the same time they're going to have my heart surgery, and you said you didn't want me to play after it.
Cool down.
If it makes you feel better by just going ahead and booking the cruise.
Look, that reminds me. My mom wants to know all the details of your heart surgery, okay? She has been a lifelong nurse practitioner and is now also a retired doctor. And she's preparing to go to all these religious people and have, you know, prayers and spells cast on you for your good success. This is normal for her. Just be clear, it's normal for her. I don't know that any other normal person does this, but her inclusiveness to luck is like a blunderbuss. She packs everything in there and fires it.
Well, that's sweet.
If you don't want to share, that's fine. Just know that my mom wants everything written down in medical terms.
I'm getting an EPC study and an ablation.
I meant you could like send it to me on Discord.
Oh, well,
ablation, is that where they like melt your heart off? They literally like fire heat rays.
Correct. Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh, it sounds. Oh, I want to vomit thinking about it. Oh. Okay, let's talk about something else. What do you got going on?
Nothing much.
Okay.
Just getting my heart melted. No big deal.
You watch Avengers Endgame yet? No. Wow, Pondo also shook his head. I mean, I wasn't talking to you, Pondo, but I was going to ask you the same question, so thanks.
I was shaking my head in disgust at all you people who haven't seen it yet.
I've been working.
I've been
Work on
sleeping.
seeing the greatest movie ever made. How about that?
I've had no interest in the MCU universe.
That's fair.
Wait.
If you've been out from the very beginning, I mean, it only would make sense that you're still out.
I mean, I kind of like lost interest after Avengers 2.
Marvel Cinematic Universe for me is about 2 steps above a digital homicide game.
Sid saying a thing only his community will understand.
Wow.
That's because no one else would understand what digital homicide is, because Sid's been too busy burying it. Oh, man. I'm sure I could have worked a Mummy reference in there somewhere if I just tried.
Get your head in the game, Arthur.
I
Come on.
know.
Select the
We're counting on you.
Yes.
Maybe you do need a vacation.
Listen, man, I've needed a vacation for about 6 months. All right. Everybody's like, yeah, I did stuff on the weekends, and I was like, I watched anime, and then I did stuff on my stream. I read manga. Listen, the collection of video games I need to finish has become very, very large. Very large. Oh. Well, that was moderately loud, but not super loud. Thanks, Kilgore1. That is a very Kilgore-ish name. Alright. Con, you got anything else to add?
I don't think so.
Alright, we'll toss it to Pondo.
Hi, yeah.
Yeah, hi. Yeah,
Have,
what's up?
Hello.
I mean, it kind of feels
I don't
like
really
this
have
might be your
much-
first time doing an intro.
Yeah. So I haven't really done much this week except for I've been working on maps and whatnot and writing. That's
What?
pretty much what I've been doing for the past week or so.
What? What's this about, Pondo? I don't know anything about this.
I've told you about this Monday.
I don't
I've been
recall
fiddling
this.
with the new well, I don't know how new it is.
Oh, right. No, you did tell me about it.
Where it's new software called, again, I don't know how new it is, but it's software called Campfire, where it pretty much has a very inclusive way to jot down your stories, like set a map for the world, countries, nations, cities, characters
What are
about
you
the
building this
wazoo.
campaign for?
Huh?
Like, what is this for? What are you building towards? Is this a play-by-post thing? Is this Cotton's play-by-post thing? Are you making your own world? Are you preparing your re-entry into the world of streaming?
Maybe, I don't know. I've been mostly just writing things down in the most organized way I've ever been able to.
Okay, all right.
I'm just like messing with the software. It's like I just got the free trial, so it gave you like 10 days free. So I was just going through it, like, wow, this is amazing. Everything's so easy to get to, and not a jumble mess like my usual notes or writing has been.
Okay.
I don't have like 10 different Google Docs or Excel sheets, just trying to hold all the information I was wanting to hold.
And this is Campfire from getcampfire.co or something?
It's the site's called Campfire Technologies.
Campfire Technologies.
I think from what their site says is that they are going to be working on a browser-based system soon. I don't know what else they're going to be putting into it after that. I'm hoping it will let it be able so that way players can actually see the stories and whatnot, the information. So that way they could have access to the general knowledge that they would in the
I'm
world.
surprised you haven't used anything like Obsidian or anything like that, because that'll give you like an HTML thing going on.
I've never heard of that.
Oh, Pondo.
I'll look into it though.
Obsidian Portal.
Yep.
Actually, I might have heard of that.
Yeah, man, it's like a wiki where you can make stuff outward facing for your players, so they can be like, oh, cool, I think I've heard of the Dwendalian Empire, and then they click on the Dwendalian Empire thing, and you're like, oh, I wrote a small blurb about what they might know about the Dwendalian Empire. I'll send it to you real quick. I don't want to pull you away from Campfire if that's working for you, but maybe you might find a new home and a place called Obsidian Portal. But you know where the best place to store all of your D&D related stuff is? Brad knows. Brad is already smiling. Do you know you can upload a lot of stuff to D&D Beyond? You can store all of your campaign information, characters, magic items, information, all in one space. D&D Beyond. Have you heard of this product before, Pondo?
I have.
Have you used D&D Beyond? I mean, did you know you can find it at dndbeyond.com?
Yes, I did. You know you can find it at dndbeyond.com.
dndbeyond.com.
That's it's a fine website and all if you're just playing 5e, which is pretty much the only thing it's for.
I like the fact that their sales model isn't a dickish one, where anything you pay for, you get that value worth.
My only issue is that it's kind of sucks if you already bought the books. That doesn't transmit into the website.
That's true, and if they were smart, they would have for all future books they'd include a code so that you could take it to D&D Beyond. But
see, that would be good, but they're probably not going to do that.
Well, you got to remember that Wizards don't own D&D Beyond; it's a third-party company. So, yeah,
is that true?
It is. Yeah. So it was
well,
owned by
dndbeyond.com. Friends, it is excellent unless you own the books materially. In which case you have to rebuy them. I mean, I did have to rebuy them, but I'm okay with that.
Well, you didn't have most of the books, though.
I mean, I had to rebuy the PHB and the Monster Manual and all that crap.
Look, I had a few of them, but the trick for us was I got together with several of my family members, and we all went in on it, so that now. So I pay the membership, and now we can create campaigns. We can all collectively use it for all the different campaigns we play in. Everybody can make all the characters they want.
Yep.
When we occasionally run into stuff we don't have, you can buy like just the spells from this book. And then like James was saying, if you ever go back and want to buy that book again, it's minus what you've already spent to get the parts and pieces of it, which is pretty nice. I think
eventually you bought enough parts, you get the whole thing for free, basically.
Right. I think it's a good value. I think it's a very fair exchange. I've already gotten a lot of mileage out of it. I haven't had it for more than, I don't know, 3 or 4 months now. And I definitely feel like I've gotten my money's worth already. So
that's right. D&D Beyond.
Yeah. You just can't get the PDFs of it, can you?
Is this a sponsorship?
I would love to be sponsored at some point, Sid. Thanks for asking.
You can't get the PDFs, but the book is all there in D&D Beyond. It's just in a
wiki format rather than in a.
Yeah, it's in like a web-based format, and I think it's a lot easier to navigate and find things in the web-based format than I think that if I had a PDF. I actually prefer it the way it is on D&D Beyond because you can still search content, which you can't do in a PDF anyway, but you're not dealing with like Control F. It's a lot more accurate. It's a lot more intuitive to me, in my opinion, than. I mean, if you're somebody who is like super into the hobby and you're very familiar and comfortable with navigating PDFs like all of the time, then I'm sure that's probably faster and better for you. But if you're not, and you're a little more intermediate or novice even at it, and you haven't dealt with a lot of like tabletop RPG PDFs, then I think D&D Beyond would probably work better for you.
See, I'm better with the actual physical books than I am with either PDF or web.
And I know a lot of people like that too. And that's cool. That's
mainly because I remember roughly where I need to go to look up a specific rule or something, so I can open up that real quick. Like,
I was gonna say no, but now I'm actually on your side, Pondo, because every time I play Warhammer 40K now, I'm constantly opening this fucking rulebook, and I'm like, oh shit, that's right, that is how that works.
And with PDFs, I don't really like it because it's like you have to if you have to reopen the whole PDF, you're not at the whole page that you need to be, so you have to try to either scroll through it. Maybe it'll load for you right away, maybe it won't.
The thing that got me away from physical books was playing Pathfinder and navigating the SRD and doing, because there's no way I was going to buy all the Pathfinder books. There's far too many, right? Like, so I would buy adventures and buy some of the core stuff, but beyond that, all the splat books, like it was just a lot easier to use the SRD or to get the PDF and just use it that way instead. So Pathfinder broke me of looking at the book probably for the most part and just doing SRD web-based searches for things.
I mean, Pathfinder does, the SRD thing, right? As in
Yeah,
just
for sure.
letting you have everything.
Yep.
Sid, as long as we're talking about sponsorships, I want to talk about the original and only sponsorship this channel has ever had. Water. I require it to live.
Shit makes you live.
Water. Pondo, is there anything you'd like to sponsor real quick? Any shout out you want to give?
Not at the mall.
I
have to pay for stuff.
I'm always worried when I ask you these questions because you put way too much serious thought into my bullshit questions. It hurts me to know that you actually think about them.
I'm sorry.
One day, Pondo's gonna be like, "Yes, I've recently started a line of fine dining silverware, and if you'll go to my website, forkpondo.com, you'll find a large assortment of fancy dinnerware for your."
I try to
perusal."
take your questions seriously, AP. I'm sorry, I won't take your questions serious from now on.
That's more like it.
Thank you. Wait, no, don't do that. I feel like I've caused a mistake.
Both in and out of character. All right, that's it for me.
Okay, all right, Sid, let's talk about you. I understood that you took a break this week. Actually, I want to mention that everybody on the cast except for Rad took a break this week. They were either tired or, that was pretty much it.
Yeah, I actually took an evening off from either working or working on YouTube, which is the first time I've even taken significant amount of time for quite a while. So I sat down and played some video games. I went out to dinner for the first time in also a long time. So that was fun. Really great food. And yeah, so it was a nice, relaxing, chill kind of evening. And then yesterday, even though I had to work for 16 hours, my YouTube channel turned 4 years old.
My God, Sid.
Yay.
Your YouTube channel is now old enough to fall off of a table and cut itself on the glass.
So yeah, that's a lot.
I
want
to point out all the people who have kids all immediately laughed at that. At Cotton and Pondo were like, "Huh? What?" Yeah, these motherfuckers up here know what I'm talking about.
So yeah, other than that, it's been it's been a week of just day job work and grind and stuff. But yeah, I put out a video thanking all my viewers and stuff for the 4 years of wonderfulness. And here's hoping that this year I break the 100K threshold. That's my thing for the week. That, and I hope I don't die tonight.
Good luck with that.
Yeah, I feel like that's a thing that you always say, though.
Just don't get shot out of your mech and you'll be fine.
I also have to call attention to this fantastic website that Grimdark James made me aware of. It's now my favoriteest thing in the history of ever.
You got
your sponsorship.
It's my new sponsor. It's Random Shakespearean Insults, and it's fucking brilliant.
It's really
I love it.
It's really good.
I didn't even realize how much I needed this in my life until I looked at it.
I just bookmarked it. I gotta make sure I have it for later.
Are we missing somebody on the tabletop simulator?
Pondo.
I'm having trouble getting on.
Yeah, we're missing Cotton.
You know what? Now that we know about that, I'm going to close it and restart it. We'll all rejoin, and hopefully we'll be ready to go before introductions are over. And this time, I swear, I'll remember to restart the table before intros are over. I think it was last week.
I was going to tell you, but I didn't want to interrupt anybody.
No, please interrupt us. I interrupt people all the time.
I'm actually quite good at
I'm going to wait until Sid starts talking to interrupt him. He stopped too quick. Damn it.
Haha.
I know. I was waiting for it. It would have been beautiful.
Oh, the new Attack on Titan came out this weekend.
Yeah. Oh my God. It's good. The opening song is awful. It is truly bad.
It's still better than the last one, though.
I
think it
feel
is
like
better
Attack
than
on
the last
Titan
one.
has this every other thing, where every other one is good.
Because the last one was just God.
It grew on
awful.
some people.
That
This one is really
soft,
bad, though.
friggin' mellow thing for this dark, actiony, horrible stuff.
Oh, right, where
just did
everybody's all
not
like
fit.
crying and reaching out towards butterflies and shit.
Yeah.
Well, the song wasn't horrible. It just didn't
just
match
didn't
what the theme of Attack on Titan. This
Yeah,
song
yeah.
is actual audio garbage that has been dumped into our ears.
I think it's still better than the last song.
All right,
though.
well.
But everyone's taste different there. But the episode itself was bloody fantastic.
Yes, it was. It was very good. It's only going to get more wild from what everybody's saying, so.
Does not
Look, if you want to
surprise
get
me.
on that anime train, Sid, you need to be watching the Helpful Fox Senko song. It's about a guy
Helpful what?
who works way too much and then has a kitsune show up and just like cook meals for him and do his laundry. I feel like it would match you very much.
Oh, that's a Funimation thing.
Also on Verve, though.
Okay, I'll bookmark that.
All right. What else we got? Sid, do you have anything else going on, Sid?
Not really. Just YouTube channel stuff. I mean, yeah, pretty much my week has just been full of realizing that I've actually been managing to burn myself out a little bit and trying to prevent that from happening, and a lot of day job stuff, and partially regretting not quitting last week.
Terror 25. Oh boy. These infantry. Feel so bad for you guys. Sorry, I'm counting out the number of hexes until the infantry don't get murdered, and it's more than I'd like. Cotton, how are we doing about rejoining? Possible? Can we make this happen with the power of science? Send you an invite. If I can find you, which I can't. Says you're not online.
It what?
Says you're not online on Steam. I can't see you. You're invisible to me.
That's weird.
I mean, you know what they say, if you're not on Steam, you're basically not a person.
That is a thing that someone may have said.
Someone
Just
that works
now.
at Valve, probably. Ratosaurus.
Here I am.
Yeah, let's talk to you.
Okay. I'm good. I had a good week. Yeah, I've been taking my kid to swim lessons, which has been a lot of fun. Sort of. I don't know. It's been fun that she's really liked it. I don't know that I've really bought in on the methodology of this particular. It's ISR swim lessons. I don't know if any of you are familiar with. It's basically it's like the life-saving swim lessons that you do for like toddlers. It just teaches them to float on their back and then flip over with their face in the water, swim, and then float back over on their back, and so on and so forth. You can see sometimes on the internet people doing it with little bitty babies. And so like it teaches muscle memory instead of actual like motor skills. It's pretty interesting, and it seems to work. But my daughter is 4, so she's like closer to the top end of age for that particular type of swim lessons, and it's pretty expensive. So I'm considering, I think tomorrow will probably be her last day to do it. You're supposed to do it for 6 weeks. She's only done it for 2, but I think for the money, I can get much more comprehensive, like actual swimming lessons where she can learn to swim and tread water and like kind of do the frog stroke and things like that.
Doggy paddle, man. That's how you do it.
Yeah. So
It's the only way you need to know.
Probably what we're going to do. That, and the lady who teaches her is a very nice lady. She's very good with my daughter, but she also treats me like I'm the dumb sitcom husband, which I get a lot.
Is there a laugh track
but
behind
that's okay.
you?
I guess. She's always like, "Oh, you goofy dads." Like she literally texted me one night and was like, "Have your wife call me." I'm like, "Oh my God, like how old am I? Did you just what is even happening right now?" But I get that a lot. Being a stay-at-home dad, I get a lot of condescending comments and stuff on a pretty regular basis. So I'm kind of used to it. I always have women come up to me in the grocery store and they're like, "Oh, you're grocery shopping. That's so nice. Like your wife trusts you with a grocery shopping list." And I'm like, "Oh yeah, fuck off. I'm an adult." But yeah, so that happens to me a lot.
That never happens to me. I grocery shop alone.
I get a lot. They're like, "Oh man, you're babysitting your own kid." I'm like, "No, it's my kid. It's not babysitting. It's my child. I take care of my child." And like, "Your wife trusts you and lets you watch your kid?" I'm like, "I just go fuck yourself. Like, who are you? Like, why are you talking to me?"
What?
It happens on a pretty regular basis. It's not all that uncommon, to be honest. Like, I also, I live in Texas, so there's a fairly large population of like very traditional conservative people that believe pretty strongly in like old school gender roles, and that men should be at work, and if there's a stay-at-home parent, it should be the mom, and they do the parenting and stuff. But it happens more than I'd care to admit. I'm embarrassed for my community and how often that it happens, to be honest with you.
Rad, my wife doesn't trust me with the grocery shopping, for the record.
Well, look, it was a journey, okay? Because mine didn't at first either. And then we got an app that I could do the grocery shopping list on, and she can add pictures of the product onto the app. So she can mark throughout the week what it is we need. And when I go to the store, if I'm not sure what fucking
That's a man who's never going to get salted and unsalted butter wrong again.
Yeah, exactly. If I'm not sure what green beans, because to me, green beans is green beans, right? But no, it's a specific fucking green bean. So now
you got to get the correct legume, man.
Right. I just touch the little picture and it tells me which rice is rice, and I buy that rice or whatever. So my wife is very, very tech savvy. So she has a lot of little apps that make our lives a lot easier in a lot of ways. So I infinitely appreciate her for that, because
she's standing nearby.
No, she's not. She's asleep right now.
Just making sure.
No, I'm serious, man. She does a preemptive strike on a lot of problems that we would run into by being a very organized person, which is good because I'm not a very organized person at all. I'm a very improvised, fly by my seat kind of person, which makes me good at a different set of skills. So my wife and I are almost opposites. Like the whole opposite attracts things is not true for everyone, but it's been true for us. We both function very differently, and we cover the spectrum of things that need to get done very well. So I was very fortunate in love. But that I don't even know what I was talking about. Oh, swim lessons, right? So that's going okay. We went and did swim lessons today. Tomorrow, my kid has horseback riding lessons again. So yeah, just a lot of kid stuff this week. I'm going to the zoo tomorrow. It's member only day, so only people with zoo memberships will be at the zoo tomorrow. So that'd be pretty cool. Hopefully the weather's nice. Me and my daughter will go to the zoo and have people tell me that I'm such a good dad for spending time with my child, which to me is just required. It's not. You shouldn't get pats on the back for that, but it's fine. I'm always, despite my internal monologue, I'm always very polite to people when they compliment me on being a good dad. Yeah, and I've been watching this series on Netflix called The Imposters. That's really good. If you haven't checked it out, you should check it out. It's really good. Have you seen it, Arthur? Are you laughing?
No, I read the blurb for it. It's a little weird.
It is a little weird, and I would have to say it's a little mundane. It's not bad, but it's a little predictable and mundane for the first 3 or 4 episodes. But then you kind of get the hook at that point, and things start to really accelerate. It's good. It's about professional con artists, basically. And then you have their victims get together and track them down. And there's a lot of bungling, but also a lot of, I don't know, it's a good show. I definitely recommend it. It's only got 2 seasons, so it's easy to watch. My wife and I have been watching it together. We very much enjoy it. I watched the first half of Aquaman while folding clothes. It's a movie that you can watch if you would like.
What a stunning review! Holy
it's not bad. It didn't offend me in any way. You'll notice, I say a lot of good things about movies that aren't very good because I just unabashedly like the things that I like and don't like the things that I don't like. But if I don't like something, I usually don't shit all over it. I'm just like, maybe it just wasn't for me. Maybe it was for someone else to enjoy. And I don't get it, but that's okay. It's not garbage. Sometimes stuff's garbage and you got to say it's garbage, but Aquaman was just okay. I'll say that I watched the first half of it 2 days ago and I have not yet been motivated to go back and watch the first half. So or the second half, the end of it, the last third or whatever that I haven't seen. But it was good. Jason Momoa is a charismatic guy, I guess. I don't know that the writing is like super smart, I guess, maybe. But it's okay. It's a fun little adventure, I suppose. I don't think I have a whole lot going on.
All right, I'm going to hit you with this, Rad.
Yeah, go.
I know that I did this thing this weekend. No spoilers, but I watched the latest episode of Game of Thrones. Woke up, went to the gym, and watched Avengers Endgame. And I came out, and I was like, "It's changed world now."
It was
black and white. There's so much in between them.
I 100% agree, man. It was a media overload this weekend. Yeah, like so much,
fucking wild.
So much fiction just coming at my face like all weekend long. Endgame was great. No spoil. I mean, I'm a very anti-spoiler person, so you're not going to get any spoilers from me. But I loved it. It was super excellent. Some people are lukewarm on it, but I haven't seen anybody that disliked it or thought it was bad. Even the people who don't have.
And the people who dislike Captain Marvel thought it was a good movie.
Even people who, exactly. Even people who are not big on the last superhero movie were big on this movie, or at least said it was entertaining. So I hope it makes all the money. I think it deserves absolutely every penny.
It's already made all the money, man.
I hope that it passes Avatar, but I don't know that it will, to be honest. That's a pretty tough mountain to climb. Avatar also had the benefit of launching in December.
Which Avatar?
The movie Avatar.
The 3D, the Jake Sully Avatar.
Yes, the James Cameron Avatar. It's still currently the number one total grossing movie of all time. Yes.
The not as shitty Avatar.
Yes, not the cartoon. Right, correct. The cartoon live action adaptation or whatever it was. No.
Abomination. Yeah.
The blue space cats. Right. Yeah. So I think it'll definitely end up number 2. It'll probably beat out Force Awakens, and I forget what number 2 is. Is it still Titanic? It might be Titanic. It might get up there. It's going to make 2 million easy, or 2 billion easy. I don't know if it's going to get to the 2.7 or whatever it needs to beat Avatar. Avatar was kind of a perfect storm of success, was why it made so much money.
A lot of people watched it in 3D and IMAXs.
And multiple times, because again, you get a huge advantage when you're a December release, because nothing comes out after that. So you get to have a really long run that's uncontested for the most part. And here we are, Avengers launch right before the summer movie, explosion. So it's going to get a lot of competitors that are going to come, and nothing's going to dethrone it for weeks and weeks, right? It's going to be the number 1 movie for a long time, but all this other stuff is really going to chip away at it. Avatar also did really well in other markets, like exceptionally well. So I don't know. The 2 biggest markets are US and China. And of course, in-game is destroying all the records in both US and China, but it's that third category of everywhere else that I don't know if it's going to carry over from Avatar.
I think they can do it.
I hope so. I really think it deserves to be the biggest moneymaker of all time. I don't know if it will be, but I'm rooting for it for sure. Yeah, it was a great movie, start to finish. I loved it. I thought it was really good. Nothing's perfect, but I mean, it's still really good.
There are plenty of perfect things.
Movie-wise, I don't know. You can always pick apart.
I mean, I was just talking about the current sponsor of this show, water. What could be more perfect than water?
Kills a lot of
you
people
need
every
it
year,
to
though.
live, or you'll die. Water.
Also, too much of it and you'll die. So think about that. Just saying, 9 out of 10. I give water 9 out of 10. Okay.
I give water 11 out of 10, motherfucker.
I give water 9 out of 10.
100% of people that consume water die.
That's right. I also give Endgame 9 out of 10, miraculously enough. So I would rate it as good as water on a scale of 9 out of 10 waters.
100% of people that watch Endgame will die.
That's true. That's why you can only give it 9 out of 10, man. It's literally a fatal activity. Yeah. So that's it. That's all I got. I'll pass it on to the next person.
James. Since we've last talked, I've played a fuck ton of Warhammer. I've made a bunch of armies. Some of them have been a mistake. In fact, given the commentary on my 500-point armies, I believe all of them have been a mistake. But I have one thing to say to you, sir, and that is, when it comes to vehicles, Ultramarines rocking a Razorback is a solid choice. That's what I know. That's what I know.
I feel like you're like a year behind in the meta because that was like all the rage about a year ago, and everything's moved on since then. So I don't know
Well, look,
whether
I haven't read any meta articles, right? I literally just put an army together, and I was like, Razorback, 12 attacks? That's a pretty good deal right there. I'm going to plop that shit down on a flag and hold it all day. And you know what? It did. That thing pulled its worth and point value. Slaughtering orcs. Slaughtering Eldari.
Solid choice. No, look, I actually got to. I went out to Brisbane this week, where they've actually opened up the first championship store in Australia, and they're actually doing the first Australian Games Workshop sponsored tournament. Had the finals this week, so I didn't get to play obviously because I had not been there the lead up weeks to go through the round robin. But I got to watch some of the stuff going on, see the painting contest, which was good. So there was a good chance to go see that, and bought some exclusive models you can only previously buy in the UK, which is quite nice. But yeah, my other gaming story this week actually sort of comes back to this channel too, because I went out last weekend to run my White Wolf Scion game, which is now in its 7th year. And one of my players is a manager at my local FLGS, and he tends to just pick up books that he thinks I might like and say, you know, he'll bring it to the game and say, do you want to buy this from me now while you're here? Otherwise, I'll take it back to stock. And he brought out the new Pendragon, 5.2 of King Arthur Pendragon, because I don't know if people had heard, but Greg Stafford, who wrote Pendragon, passed away last year, and his estate actually passed the IP back to Chaosium, who are the original publishers. They sort of saw it as the spiritual home, and so Chaosium's got him released a new edition, cleaned up from the old 5.1. I guess, you know, as an ultimate edition. And I've never actually played or read Pendragon. I'm not even that au fait on Arthurian legend, but I was interested in the system insofar as the fact that it's a legacy system where you sort of play your characters and then your character's offspring, you know, going through several generations. And funnily enough, I actually, when I'm checking out a new game, I jump onto YouTube and I try and watch some people playing on YouTube. And what would I find but a young Arthur running King Arthur Pendragon on YouTube, you know? So I found this APGamingREAL. I know this website, and yeah, it was you were a much younger and spry gentleman back then, you know.
I was not any more spry, but I could have been younger. You know, Greg Stafford came by and left some comments about one of our games. He said he liked how we were playing.
So what happened?
That's it. He just said he liked what we were doing with the game.
I mean, if you're endorsed by the creator, what happened to the game you were running?
Oh, it ended. All of them. I mean, all of them ended. I've never made it past 20 weeks of a King Arthur Pendragon game. I've run it like 3 times now.
That's a solid effort still, though.
Yeah, my dream is to one day play the whole King Arthur Pendragon Great Pendragon campaign, which is like 100 weeks, which ends up being like 3 years of real time.
Why is that? Why have you never made it past 20? What do you think that is?
I mean, getting past 20 weeks with a group requires like serious commitment. But more importantly, Pendragon is a game where you don't play one character. At some point, your dude will die. There's no way anyone survives 100 years. First off, aging will literally kill you at some point. But also, probably, as a knight, you'll die in battle. Nearly 100% of the time, you'll die in battle unless you're a female knight. And if you have kids, you'll probably die in childbirth. So the system is brutal. Murder and death happen all of the time. Disease can roll in. Or maybe a fairy just, I don't know, turns you into a newt in your sleep. And then you play your cousin or your son or your daughter or your uncle or whatever, and you play a family tree of knights and you follow that family, and you want to follow that family because those are the people that show up whenever you go into battle. You command your family. So if you don't know who's on your family tree, I'm going to be like, well, no one shows up because you don't know who's in your family. If you can't even keep track of where your Uncle Steve Gary's at, Steve Gary doesn't show up to the battle.
Sir Steve Gary.
Sir Steve Gary, yes, of course. Well, I mean, he's not a knight. He's just maybe he has an esquire, right? Maybe he's a very well-to-do gentleman. I gotta tell you, man, I fucking love Pendragon. Everybody loves it. I've never met anyone that's like, I hate Pendragon. But it is not mainstream.
All of your shows now have well past the 20-week mark. I'm surprised that you've never gotten a group to go much farther on that particular system.
I mean, Okeanos was a long, long run. Okeanos is like 24 or 25 weeks, right?
Longer than that.
I thought, well, there's I don't know.
I would have thought.
Okeanos. Let's see what we ended up at.
That'd be over 40 episodes, right?
Okeanos. The final episode was 22.
Oh wow, okay.
Yep.
So there you go.
Felt very
Past
long.
20.
I mean, this show is one of the longest running shows I've ever had.
Is
It might actually be the longest running show I've ever had.
I mean, we've been going on for over a year, haven't we?
Yes. James, I gotta tell you, King Arthur Pendragon's amazing. And I've already told you, man, Mech Dragon, look it up. There are people out there that run a Pendragon Battletech mashup that is extremely popular.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of Pendragon ports. I've seen an Ancient Egypt one. I've seen a Game of Thrones one. So
there's a very popular Greek alteration of it to make Greek heroes very tragic and do dumb shit, like turn into swans and have sex with people, and then you're like, oh no, Zeus, you just had another bastard, and now your wife's pissed and is gonna curse the child.
That's basically my song game. I've been doing that for 7 years. That sort of crap.
Well, maybe you should stop turning into swans.
So the byline for my song game is "Go home, mythology, you're drunk."
You got anything else going on, James?
That's it. Today's my 11th anniversary, so it's date night tonight. After the game, I'm off to see Endgame with my wife.
Congratulations!
Which is capped nicely by the fact that I saw Iron Man on my Bucks party. So it's
that is pretty cool. That's amazing.
Fucking rocked.
Really did.
So good. So good.
We'll have to do. Well, can we have like a spoiler alert, like in-game discussion at some point? Like not too soon, obviously, but
maybe in like 2 or 3 months.
Couple weeks.
Months. Let's go months.
It's on Discord too. You got to spoil the channel on Discord.
Yeah, but sometimes people like to talk it out loud and live, because I'll say something and then Rad will be like, "No, you're wrong," and I'll be like, "You're America's ass," and then Rad will be like, "That was my punchline and you stole it, Arthur."
There's a lot of stuff that happens on Discord and on internet that I'm just like, my fingers don't want to type that much. Like I would have a lot to say about that, but we're just gonna gloss over it.
You could have 2 jumps on YouTube, like skip spoilers, skip intro.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. Once the cast has seen it, we could talk about it and just say, hey, spoiler alert, like skip here to skip in-game information.
Doesn't help Twitch people.
No, I guess not. Fuck those guys. I mean, just kidding, everyone.
Okay, great. James, you got anything else to cover beyond fuck Twitch? Jesus.
I'm good, thanks. I'm all
great, awesome. I feel like my interrupting everybody else's intros has covered everything I've done this week. So, let's see. Not sleeping, playing Warhammer, maybe planning on a cruise. Look, man, my cruise guy just shows up and he's like, "You want to?" Just like opens his trench coat. Want to do a cruise? We got an even better deal for you, buddy. My mom's calling me because we have the same cruise guy, and she's like, "Oh, you hear about that cruise?" I was like, "I did hear about that cruise." So now she takes pictures of stuff and she gets her phone and takes pictures of her tablet with the article open, and I'm like, "Why wouldn't you just take a picture of the tablet?
Take a screenshot.
Why would you just send me the URL link?"
Sounds like my wife. My wife's the opposite of Rad. She's a Luddite.
Oh boy. Wow. All right, let's get back to dying. I'm looking forward to this. What happened last time? Hard to say. The clans
got kicked.
Clans came straight at us, and we lost a lot of shit.
But we made them pay.
We did make them pay, and they made us pay. There was a lot of payment. Speaking of people who are paying, that infantry platoon is fucking playing big money right there. They're down almost half their dudes and are retreating in disgrace.
I think the worm has turned, though. I think that the players have the upper hand.
I mean, look, I'm just gonna say it. We haven't discussed it all week, but my strategy now is we need to pull the fuck back and get those Mad Cats out from behind the gate, because if we have to go up there, it's gonna be bad. It's gonna be real bad.
What we really need to do is somehow take control of those turrets and turn them on one of those.
You know what we needed to do that? APCs loaded with infantry.
Yeah.
Get up there, open those doors, and get to the command center. That's not happening now.
No.
The infantry will not get to that place anytime within the next 5 minutes.
I guess it's a good thing that Arthur gave you guys an imperative to save.
If we have two people typing on one keyboard at the same time to hack the turret.
No.
Hey, it worked in Law and Order.
So I'm looking over the battlefield here, but real quick, I'll tell you what, we're going to flash over everybody's mech sheets to take a look at them. This Devastator appears to be lacking some critical infrastructure in the torso areas and also this arm, which I bet has made you very, very upset and scared.
Yeah.
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 Glimo is saying the first game I played on this channel, Skulls and Shackles, was 48 episodes. About half of that was with Sid, so
I'm sorry.
That was a long time. It was a long time. It's also a long time ago.
Arthur remembers that. Half of that I had to suffer through Sid Alpha.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
and my attempt to pin every deed we did on the
on your father. You continuously tried to get your father set up for murder.
No, I wanted to kill my father.
Yes, I know.
No, I was constantly trying to shift blame to the unions. That's what it was.
The Flashman missing an armor. Arm's still there, I think. Seems to be solidly intact though.
Flashman does work.
Marauder 2 is basically 100% intact. No problems here. Archer
looking great.
Archer is not in a good position. Archer seems to be lacking some critical points. I'm looking at, is that a double engine hit in the center?
He's had that for a while.
Yeah, I mean, that's never a good thing to have.
I went into this battle with that.
Okay.
Through armor center torso criticals is
Mad Cat Prime, the only thing it's lacking is some LRM ammo. Mad Cat B has taken some head hits. Like a lot of head hits.
I think it's only taken one hit in total.
No, it's taken two. Two
Oh, has it? That's fantastic.
Yeah. So he's got some side torso damage and some arm damage, but his center torso is like basically untouched and completely intact. And that's bad.
Unfortunate.
And
then
then
need to finish off his head then.
Yeah, that's not likely.
It's
Mad Cat C is basically
damage to finish off the head.
Completely intact.
It's okay. We're just going to bring in our Grasshopper with 8 machine guns.
Mm-hmm.
That's not a thing. I would want it to be a thing, though.
Yeah, that would be a great time.
He just T-poses for dominance and walks through infantry formations.
Can I move the 2 dead Mad Cat sheets off to the side?
Sure.
Okay.
All right then. Let's have our commanding officers roll for strategic initiative.
Okay. So that would be 15.
Sid? Sid did not get a 15.
Oh, I'm muted. No, I got like an 11. So
it's 10v5. So it's 2-1, 2-1, 2-1.
Okay.
Well, since we got to move first,
I would love to move these infantry first, good sir.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't have anywhere to go because I only have one 1-2 at the moment. I got dicked by
Did you count the pilots as part of the 1-2, 1-2, 1-2?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna move infantry back. All right, infantry move to you, sir.
Something might be to an engine hit, definitely for the +5.
You could turn so you can step down next time.
Turn what?
You said you can't move any of the hexes. You can turn so that you can take a step next time.
Okay, the Prime stands still. He'll cool down if he doesn't shoot too much anyway and be able to move again.
Yeah, turn 1 hex towards the Mad Cat, so on the next turn you can just sprint at him. It's mostly a joke.
Yeah, don't do that.
I'm just imagining this Devastator charging forward in what's basically slow motion.
At first, you think it's slow motion, but then you just realize
It's just at top speed. I'm gonna move the Revengers and also the Harbinger, and that is us. Back to you,
Okay, I will
James.
move the Mad Cat D pilot. Done. Over to you.
Fine. I move the Mongoose by running away really, really quickly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay.
Can I be reminded how beat up this group of elementals is here?
I think
There's only one left, right?
He's only got 2 wounds left.
Number 4.
He's taken 9 hits. Number 2. I know who he works for.
Oh shit. Well, it's back to you. What do you want to do?
Okay, over to you. Two guys.
Is there any more infantry that you would like to move, AP?
Nope. All infantry and pilots have moved.
Okay, I'll move the
And the
Raven then.
Mongoose.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I will move by not moving.
What's the laser range on the little guys?
3.
I heard you meow, cat. I don't know where you are. I don't know who you belong to. But I have
Don't worry,
very
Sid. I'll be your
particular-
shield.
Sorry.
I
was
think
just-
we moved 3 people this time.
Okay, I moved.
That should be
Okay.
2. That's it. So that's my go now.
That's right. My right torso got destroyed, didn't it?
Did it?
I'm pretty sure it did. Yeah. Right? Didn't it?
It says you don't have a right torso, so
Well, I just took a point off. I wasn't sure if I Did
I
it?
think it's still there. No, wait, I have a giant white cross through it, so probably not. You didn't need that Artemis anyway. One of
Yeah, I
those
think
missile
it's. I
launchers.
think it got destroyed. I just didn't.
Just got to make a piloting test for running and turning on concrete.
Oh boy.
Made it still, just.
Who's running on concrete? Wait, what?
Those roads are not concrete. You don't have to do that.
Oh, they're okay, that's fine.
They're dirt roads.
They're
Oh, he's running away. Why is he running away?
they're dirt, which actually counts as clan concrete,
Because
so
he
he has to roll. But we
just
I feel like I
make
should complain
long-range
about
pot
this.
shots and preserve that guy until he gets a fresh mech up there to sink damage, so he can keep as many
No,
weapons.
it's
on
the
field as
opposite. He wants to draw us into the range of the other two mechs.
call in the artillery.
The artillery that we never found.
possible. Where's our Russians?
Call those guys. Why haven't we thought of this before? Get those guys on the phone.
So it should be your last guys now to move.
Just stick a flask of vodka out the window. They'll smell it and they'll
Shake it.
come.
So this means I don't have to take as much damage now.
This is a terrible situation.
I moved by not moving. I can't move enough to get around to shoot him anyway.
You're not in range of the wall, are you?
No.
I am.
Oh.
You're 27 hexes from the wall, I think.
No, she's in the same range as the Devastator, which is in range of the Prime, but not the other one.
Maybe,
You can
maybe move back one. No, I don't know.
I'd prefer them to shoot at me as opposed to the Devastator.
Smart, good call.
You're the one who literally told me to start taking the
Correct.
shots.
I know, but it's been a
man.
week. It's been a week, Cotton.
I
I've
love that
forgotten all
Cotton
the
is just
strategy.
like, Mr. President! She's jumping in front of Bandito. 200-ton mechs trying to cover each other.
I don't remember which engine got hit. Which point?
It was the second one on the top table.
Thank you.
Oh, that's right. You got an engine hit, didn't you?
I did.
Yep.
XL engine
Double
too.
critical on a throw critical.
No, my thing just got shot.
From the left torso.
I think it's just you left to move, Pondo.
Well, I got 2 movement at most. None of it can be used to get out of here.
I would suggest, this is just a friendly suggestion, that you turn to face the wall. That way, otherwise shots coming in from the primer on your left-hand side, and there's a greater chance it'll hit that left torso.
Yeah, I kind of just have to shoot front and hope they don't hit my left torso or right arm.
I would turn one more.
It would be for the front then, regardless.
I think
comes
he
down to
says
where
that
you
you
wanna
can
move
step
next.
down next turn.
Yeah, if you turn one more, that way you can at least step down next turn.
Well, I'd be stepping down into the range.
You're already,
You're already in range.
Well, yeah. I mean, I could step backwards next turn and get out of range. But I'll turn one more.
You don't have to if you want to stay there.
I mean, I've got this.
Wow, Gleemo's out here doing so much math. Shit. Jade
Remind
Regent
us,
was 41 episodes? My god.
Who names this mech over here McDeaders?
I did. I named it McDeaders. It's because
I
I'm
like that.
very funny and everyone says so. Wow, right.
Sorry, that came out wrong.
Remember earlier when you were like, Arthur, you feel like you have very thick skin and that you could take it, and you snorting there, that was the sound of my heart breaking on that snort.
That was a chuckle of affirmation. I do
Yeah,
think you're very
okay.
funny.
You can affirmate my ass, motherfucker. Why don't we get
Look.
to the shooting round if everyone's done moving?
I'm just thinking we should just run away. Like at this point, like let's just leave.
That's not unreasonable, but
We only have so look. We can't get over the wall. They can ping pong up and down the wall, making us trade fire on each of them, getting like full rounds of fire till the last possible second. And even when we get to the wall, what the fuck are we gonna do?
we just need to pull away from the wall and pull them down. You know, we need to
Why would
taunt
they
them.
get down?
Because we can taunt them, right? They're all, we've disabled our communication systems. We're very angry and we're here to murder you. All right?
I'm saying if everything went right and we charged this wall and all of us got headshots in one round and killed them both, we still can't get over the wall.
Yeah, we can.
The infantry can
infantry
open the door.
But okay.
Yeah, we've been saying that.
I know
the next-
that, but now we gotta wait that 26 turns for them to walk one square at a time to get to the wall.
Yeah,
And
but
the-
look, I'm pretty sure we can bait these cleaners out. If they don't come out,
okay.
we leave, all right?
Yeah,
We just do like 3 rounds of everybody standing still and not moving. It'll go very quickly. We'll just be like, check, 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 check.
Okay. All right.
It'll be done in moments. It'll be the fastest turns we've ever had.
All right. I'm gonna leave it to the most offensive people in our PC party.
I am
to
very
ins-
offensive.
to
so.
insult them down off this wall to come and get us.
Bandito starts
Bandito.
smashing the bumper again.
Yeah, we'll just have Bandito talk to him. It'll be
Just tell Bandito to
Bandito's
negotiate
banned
politely, and
against-
we'll certainly piss them off infinitely, and they'll come down here to fight.
Bandito's ban against talking to the enemy is temporarily rescinded in a time of war.
Work your magic.
We need your particular set of skills.
All you have to do is speak.
no one can diplomatize like you.
All right, who are we shooting first with? I think I have literally nothing. No infantry or the mongoose can hit anything.
I don't think I have any shots either.
I didn't shoot all my guns at this little elemental bro that's left here.
Cutting in.
So
No,
the
you
Marauder can spot the B for LRMs.
Oh yeah, you can.
I would
Mark it.
not waste your shots on a spotting.
Well, what's the numbers on it?
I mean, the
Well, I
numbers are that bin is almost empty. We need every shot.
I mean, I have 1 round, and neither one of us moved,
all right.
and it's like what, a +1 to my difficulty?
Yep.
+1, yeah, that's it. Well, they got to take into account the woods between the Marauder and it, so that's +2 for that as well.
5. 10, 11, 12 hexes. I'd be with the +1 for the spotting, I'd be rolling for 7.
Yep.
All right.
If
You want to do it?
Spotted for me.
Oh, sorry, I'm doing my GM thing where I'm like, are you sure that's what you want to do? But I'm on your side, so I shouldn't be doing that.
It depends on if Black Rabbit wants to spot for me or not.
So that'll add a +1 to your shooting difficulties, Black Rabbit.
And so if she can see the mech, that means she can shoot the mech, though, right?
That's correct.
That's correct. And vice versa.
So I don't know if she wants to take the added difficulty to her shots just to allow me to hit with 1 LRM, though.
Well, she's on the phone. So instead, let's cut to Rad shooting some elementals.
Yeah,
There we go.
I'll shoot these elementals.
Yeah, let's do it.
And elemental.
An elemental. Unfortunately, it's bad math for me, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to hit him. But I should have
Should be
got
just +2 for the cover and just range.
Yeah, I'm a 2 +2 for range is 4. Plus, didn't he jump or did he run?
He jumped. Yeah.
So
That's 2.
4, 6, and then 8 with the cover, I think is what I need. Does that sound right?
Do you get your run as well?
Yeah, I ran for 2. I shoot for 2. That's 4. The range.
Yeah, 8. 8
6,
would be what you're hitting on,
cover. It's actually 10, right? Because I started 2. It's 2 for range. It's 2 for my movement, 2 for his movement, and then 2 cover. So that's 10.
Yeah. No, you're right. So yeah.
Yeah. So it's 10s, which isn't great. But let me decide what.
Any hits, he's dead.
Okay.
All you need is 1.
Then I'm gonna shoot with rather my biggest weapons, as many weapons as I can. Which is gonna be 4 medium lasers and 2 large lasers. Yep, 4 medium lasers and 2 large lasers. Large laser number 1. Nope. Large laser number 2. Nope. Medium laser number 1. Nope.
I feel like this bowl is making the rules worse.
Attack roll.
Stop. You know what? I don't want to hear
Large.
about that. Don't come at the bowl, okay? The bowl is a beautiful tool there to help the audience see what the numbers are.
To absolute shit the moment the bowl came out.
The rolls are the same. They've always been completely random.
Okay, I'll miss.
Oh my
My
god,
turns
is that
over.
a cat? Holy shit.
I feel like it's the bowl's fault.
All right. Well, the Prime will take 2 large laser shots at the Devastator then, hitting on 5s.
That's unfortunate.
Hitting on 5s at long
Yep.
range? Oh my god.
Jesus.
1 + 4. It didn't move. He didn't move.
Oh
There's
my
no-
god, this is madness. Everything you're saying checks
No,
out.
just-
I still am alarmed by this low number.
So that is a miss, but it's left torso. So I'm going to use my last point of edge to hit the hip. So 10 to the left torso. No crit.
You didn't need that left
Second
torso
shot
anyway, though, right? You didn't need it?
I mean, I will.
That doesn't
is
sound
a
right.
hit left leg, 10 damage.
Okay, that's manageable.
Where you at?
Over to you.
So you have like 1 edge, right? Is that what
No,
you're
no,
down to?
that's it. All gone now. That was the last
Oh, thank
edge.
God. Well, that's bittersweet, but you know what?
Who's shooting next?
So Cotton should say Black Rabbit. You have a choice to make. Whether you
I was gonna ask what he gets for his mountain and his trees.
I mean, I would be rolling a 7 to hit with my 1 LRM,
I'm
but
asking
I
what
don't
I'm
know. Yeah,
Sorry,
I don't know
Cotton.
if you want to take that spotting hit to your ability to shoot yourself.
So he's in trees, plus the trees, plus the mountain for partial cover, plus his movement means he's on a plus 1, 2, 3, 4 to hit, plus 4 to hit on top of range.
Christ.
And you didn't move.
I believe he's in medium range.
So
Like he's not
plus
next
6s.
to it.
It's 9 hexes.
So you're hitting on 7s.
So yeah, that'd be medium range.
Sure, I'll spot.
So eight's if you spot to hit.
But I'm only gonna fire my Gauss rifle on one PPC instead of both.
Very well.
So here's the Gauss rifle first.
Wow. Wow, that
See?
rollover.
See?
I'm with it on the bowl.
See? See, the bowl is screwing things up.
Look, I'm telling you, just believe in the bowl, okay? It knows that you're
bowl is a
insulting.
hit.
Screwing things up.
Right.
Can we get a proper dice tray, perhaps?
That's right. Hold on a
I
second.
bet there's a dice tray model.
There
Hold
are
on.
dice tray models. I just don't want to do it.
Okay.
The bowl, the
That's
bowl
pretty
shape
fair.
prevents these dice from rolling all over the place.
Yeah, I
the
understand.
bowl also causes them to roll extra, making the rolls worse.
That's not. They could roll
That-
extra and be better. It's just
Yeah,
random.
but it could be, but that's not what's happening.
You know,
Hey,
Cotton.
I'll
Let's talk
spin-
about your next roll instead of insulting.
No,
I'm
I
just trying to edge it.
spin a pointed edge for it to hit the right torso.
My God, Pondo, what an amazing play!
God
So
damn.
that was on the Gauss rifle, yeah?
Yes,
Yeah.
Okay, it doesn't go through, but it does. It's taking all the armor off the right torso.
that was the idea.
Me leggy.
Okay, here's my PPC shot.
I know. You get the camera back there.
That hits. Head. He's gone.
Oh shit! Oh my God!
Yay!
Thank you.
Nicely done.
Oh wow, man! Tell me again, Sid, about the fucking bowl. Remind me what you were saying about the bowl.
The headshot is the other bowl. The other bowl is fine because the dice are small enough that
You only get the headshot if you hit
curvature
with
of
the
the bowl-
first shot.
It didn't cause any extra rollover this time. Somehow.
Look,
It's just the exception that proves a rule. God
the
damn it.
bowl was for us when we needed it to. Okay.
Can we stop talking about this damn bowl?
No,
Yeah.
what's that dumb saying? The bowl's only useful if it's empty.
I'd like to die.
Yeah,
soon,
bowl's only
guys.
useful when it's empty. Confucius.
That's not true at all.
I mean, from a certain point of view, it is absolutely true. A full bowl, you can't put anything else in it. Therefore, it's lost its versatility. It is now the red mage of bowls.
That's not true at all. My loyalty is to the Republic, to democracy.
Look,
Oh
the
my
bowl has
God.
properties that some would consider unnatural, but it's fine.
That's how did both of you go Star Wars with that? Really? All right. Which of these mechs died?
It was
Mad
B.
Cat B?
No, it's a B. That's it, yeah. So
Yeah,
I
fuck
may as well
off, mate.
I'll return fire with it now so that it can get out of the way. So
No, wait,
it'll put
no,
everything-
no. What if you just don't fire with it this turn?
What if?
I thought it shot its lasers.
No, they were the ones up on the wall.
That was the prime.
In a show of extreme dishonor, it turns all of its weapons on itself.
It'll put everything but the small pulse laser on the Marauder.
Oh boy.
So
No.
No, wait, no, that's fine. The Marauder is completely
yeah,
undamaged.
that's it. Exactly. It's the best shot.
I'm 100% good with this. Much better than the Devastator.
It actually doesn't have to roll because it's shooting at 0.
No, it's not.
Well, it does have
Wait.
two things.
It's a clan, so it's actually shooting at negative.
Only one thing at trees because it's above the one in the middle. So it's base 2 at ran 4. One thing at trees is 5, and then just range.
It actually rolls.
That's
dice to
only
see-
one level higher than the trees that are too high, though.
So that one there, it doesn't count because it's above those trees. It counts these trees.
These terrain rules are sucky.
Literally killing us.
So
We've been doing it wrong. We liked it better.
5
We were
for
back
the large
when we were
pulse laser, 7 for the Gauss rifle LRMs, and 9 for the SRMs.
We need to go back
And
to.
I don't get Artemis because you're within range of the Raven.
Dude, thank you, little Raven.
Last pulse laser first for a 5.
We need to go back
That
to
is a
that.
5. That
A squared
is
plus B
right
squared
torso,
equals-
10 damage. All good. Okay, Gauss rifle now for 7s. That is a 7. That is right arm, 15 damage. So many good critical rolls being wasted here. Then the LRM 10s, 7s. That is a hit. Cluster roll of 8. LRM 10 is 6 missiles. First 5 go center torso. And 1 goes center torso. And the SRM4 is needing a 9. That's a miss. Well done, take him off.
Okay.
Is that it?
Yep.
Yeah, it
I was
wasn't
a
that
lot
bad.
scarier than I should have been.
Well,
Don't worry, we're
normally
going to send you to charge the wall, so when that happens, you'll be as scared as you should be.
Correct.
Pretty sure there's only one other shot, which is the mag at C down on the infantry.
Oh.
Yeah, the
Brutal.
infantry is still in range until next turn.
Yep. So hitting
I'm sure they'll be fine.
That is a 6, so 1 guy dead. Second shot. Misses. Only 1 guy dies that turn.
Wow. Only one person's father / son / brother /
Or
uncle.
wife, mother, sister.
Yeah, it's an inclusive
Cousin.
universe.
You know.
Fathers, brothers, cousins.
No, don't do it.
former
Don't do it.
roommate.
I'm a few days late on this, but I just read sad news. Peter Mayhew passed away.
Yeah, I
On the
actually
30th.
just found out about that today.
That's a bummer. Rest in peace, Chewbacca.
Only took 30 damage. That's right. Did Cotton have to make a stay standing roll yet? I was
Yeah, sorry,
distracted.
-1. Yep.
Yep.
What do I gotta do?
You have to make a piloting check at +1.
Roll a 4.
What's your piloting skill?
I'm a 2-1.
Okay, that's
Then
more
you're
than
fine.
good enough. Very well. Let us withdraw our movement dice then and move into the next phase.
Banana, bum bum bum.
Really? You want Lord of the Rings?
I'm a multifaceted person. I like to jump around with my fictional references.
All right, that's 15 on the initiative roll for me.
Man, I haven't watched Lord of the Rings in a really long time.
Well, that's
would-
because Netflix doesn't have all of the Lord of the Rings movie. It only has the first one.
Oh, you know what? I actually have them on DVD, but I don't think I own a DVD player anymore.
You have a PlayStation? Xbox?
No, I have an Xbox, but the disk drive on it quit years ago.
Oh, I was gonna say, well, Sid, did you roll a 1 and a 3? What I'm looking at
Oh
here?
no, I haven't. I'm sorry, I haven't rolled yet.
Initiative, brother. Initiative. Don't fail us. Tell me about that bowl. Tell me about the bowl, Sid.
The bowl didn't cause any extra rollovers this time. That's
This
why
is
it
the
was a good
first
roll.
time we've won initiative in forever.
Mom, Dad, can I get the Legos?
Oh my god. Which one of us is mom?
I don't care. It'll be better.
So it's 1, 2 all the way, and then you guys move 3 at the end. So I'll go
Okay.
first.
Yep.
Now the real question is, where's the third point of elementals?
Look at that. Look at that. I want to brag about this. Look at this, Rad. This mad cat is turning around. It's preparing to go to the gate.
It's fleeing.
It's
Running
fleeing.
away.
It's not
That's-
fleeing, it's advancing. It's just
Wait,
not
what?
gonna fall off the top of a 6-foot wall.
That's
Two of-
an
two of you
advance
guys.
to the rear.
Oh, okay.
All right, infantry time. 1, 2.
Can't touch this.
You're up.
No. Infantry down.
Have you moved 2, Arthur?
Yep. You're up.
Make it D pilot moves. Over to you guys.
I'm gonna move with a pilot. We're gonna
Tempted
have
to spend my last
Glimo.
LRM to take out that mech pilot.
Glimo's hopping in the Marauder, and the Revengers keep revenging themselves to the rear. Done. Glimo's now off the field.
Live to revenge another day.
At one point of that one elemental is being a trooper and just leaving. All my friends died. Let's get out of here.
All right. Well,
Alright,
Cotton's
ready?
now got
You
2.
guys.
Cotton has 2 pilots in her cockpit. It's fucking crowded in there. If
It's a
that
big
gets
cockpit.
destroyed, there's gonna be a lot of rolls.
It's a
How
big
many people are in the Marauder?
3.
I thought there was only
What?
room for 2.
I know.
Who's you got in there? Glimo and somebody else?
A
Triumph.
person can ride on the outside
Yeah,
as
try
well.
it.
I don't want anyone hanging on the outside of an assault mech. One barrage, the person's gonna be like, "Oh, I've been vibrated off. I'm falling 30 feet to the ground. Oh, jeez."
Just have a hammock hanging from its chin.
Like a beard.
Like a little, yeah, like a little soul patch. It's one of those hammock chairs. It's just connected by one point.
All right, sorry. You moved one of the other mechs, James. You moved your prime.
That's so I moved the prime yet? No. So you should guys have 5 left to move. Is that right? You should be moving 2.
Yes. So I moved the infantry, and then infantry pilot. So we've done 2 moves.
Okay, I've done 2 moves.
Okay,
because I've done
then it's back to us then.
I've done 3 moves. Sorry, 3 moves. So it's back to you guys.
Back to us.
How many of us do we need to move?
2.
Should I move the Raven over to these woods?
Move the
No,
Raven to
no.
cover.
No,
Everybody.
you'll wake up the other pod of elementals. Are you
can't-
insane?
They're going to wake
The
up
elementals
one
could be
point or another.
anywhere. You need to stop. The wood is not some sort of
Come
magical
on,
place.
We all know they're in there. Don't go over there. Do
I'm
not.
feeling the point of elementals actually closer up towards the gates.
Do not go in there.
Just as a superior troll,
How many
Don't go in
points
there.
do we know that there are?
there's 3. We fought 2 so far.
Don't go in
there's
there.
only one more left. Okay.
Don't go in there.
This would be a prime time to, shoot up some elementals that were in here.
So can I make a suggestion?
Yes.
So the Raven reveals the enemies as soon as it passes within 4 of them. So it's got a decent move. You might, if you think they're there, you might be get it close enough to reveal them and then also pull back as well.
It's 4 hexes to reveal, right?
Oh, so like in one
Yep.
turn, you can dart in, dart back out, and if
Yes.
they were within 4 hexes of any part of that movement, they get revealed.
Yeah, in fact,
Oh, cool.
basically the opponent's supposed to place it as soon as you move within 4 hexes of where they are.
Nice.
I'll do
I
that.
like this Raven more and more.
1, 2,
Don't do it.
3, 4. Anything yet?
Nope.
5.
You better stay out of range of that mad cat, or you're gonna
I'll
fucking
stop you
explode.
when the time comes.
6,
Nope.
I hope you have time to run away, man.
7.
Nope.
He's out of the range of the Mad Cat. 8.
Nope.
All right. 9.
It's probably deeper in those woods.
Saying they're closer to the, yeah, they're either deeper or.
Yeah, they're probably right here.
I mean, regardless, it built like a lot of mobility modifier, so.
You get a 3.
Okay, not as much as I would like, but it's better than most.
I think you guys still have to move 1 more.
I have no idea what to do as far as movement goes.
I think we
I'm
back,
ready to move to see if
back
Bendy
up
can
and get
get
tree
down to
cover.
Oh wait, that one dude moved down. He can't even shoot at me, right?
Yes. So if you play very
So,
carefully, you
I
might be able to get a shot on the
pursue a little bit.
elementals.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. They're fucking ridiculous range.
So you can move forward.
Another
like
suggestion
1
is
hex.
maybe move the mongoose first, because the mongoose isn't going to move into range. Whereas if Rad moves up, so because I've got to move the prime next. If I move the prime down the wall,
True.
the flashman can move up then, but maybe move the mongoose first or the archer, which are currently out of range.
Let's have the archer move. I don't want to move the mongoose until I know it can do
I
something.
think the archer will move by not moving.
Very well.
Well, all right.
I'm
Okay,
shocked.
over to me.
I was like, why is Arthur being so careful with this mongoose? And then I was like, oh, it's only half of a mongoose.
Yeah, it's only half of a mongoose.
It's a 25-ton mech that's missing certain parts.
Yeah. Well, it's now like a 12-ton mech, so.
Yeah. That means it gets an increase to its movement, right?
Yeah, it's faster now.
All right, done. So you guys can finish off all your movement now.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And I think that puts me in shooting range. 1, 2, 3, 6. Yeah, it'll be tough, but I can make the shot. Am I still 25 hexes away from the Mad Cat? I think that I am.
Yeah, you're fine. You're fine.
Okay, good, because I love not exploding. It's my new
Need to
favorite
be
thing.
26 though, not 25.
3, 4, 5.
He said I'm fine. I'll trust him.
6.
He seems reliable.
2, 3, 4, 5. That's 6.
Seems trustworthy. Wouldn't betray me in the last second.
7.
You know what they say, trust but don't verify.
8.
Thanks, United States Navy.
1, 2, 3. Still out of range from him, and close range this time for me.
Well, this match is really heating up, so I feel bad because we're going to take our break now.
Was it Devastator and Marauder moved or not?
They have not. Time for them to stomp.
Yeah, I think I want to hold on because I am technically out of their range.
No, wait, they're down behind the wall. Right?
One's
Aren't they?
not.
No, they're only one step down, so they can still shoot over
You
it.
can still shoot over it.
Actually, they might be farther away. Hold on a second. Let me count their spaces. Because I might.
They're 100% not in range.
The only
I can tell you
reason
now,
he would
the
turn his
two of them
back
will
to
not
you
be
like
shooting
that
in the shooting place.
is if he thought you couldn't get there, Pondo. I know that's super meta, but if you can only move 2 spaces, there's like 0% chance you're going to be able to catch
So
up with
this line you're
No,
safe.
I have my full movement because I sunk all my heat because I didn't shoot.
Oh, okay. Well, you
Right around
chase
here,
that
isn't
butterfly if you want to.
So you can get to there.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know they're going to not shoot this round, so you know.
No, what I mean, at least set yourself up for a solid move next time, because if they are coming down, we're going to have like a free round.
1, 2, 3. Yeah.
I mean, don't do this thing where you rush forward and then they turn around and just
Turn around,
retake
just
their
get back on the
positions.
wall. Yeah.
I think we need to wait for them to open those gates.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just going to play footsies with them a little bit. As
We
much
got
as
to
I
jump
can.
on this opportunity to get a little bit of elevation on our side here. 'Cause
Con,
if they
what do you
can-
got?
It won't make
I was
it.
listening to Rad.
No, you're right. Probably not.
The best bet is for us to make sure that we're in trees.
Probably.
So
We
what's
all
your-
want to get into trees. Is that the plan?
I mean, we could move forward some.
By the time we get to the point where we're actually able, where they can shoot at us or we can shoot at them, we need to be standing in trees because that's basically
Okay.
the only cover we've got.
I'll jump.
Anywhere in there is probably a good idea.
Okay. Remember that break I said we were taking? We're taking it now. We'll be back in about 8 minutes for the second half. Stick around. These elementals will get shot at a bunch, I guess.
And maybe the pilot.
Do what?
And maybe the pilot.
Well, we've been pretty good about not killing pilots so far. We haven't let Bandito out of his cage yet.
I've only killed one pilot out of his mech. That may or may not have happened legally, technically.
Oh
that was
my God.
a heavy 7 thing.